to be doing something.
Oh.
Guys? There's a lot of people! They're up there too!
What, are we putting on a play?
Maybe? I hope this isn't the band concert, because... Oh no, I forgot my flute. I forgot my clarinet!
Me too.
I don't do band.
I brought the pizza. You play clarinet?
Yes, I play clarinet! It's right here. What do you play? The flute is way down. It's right here. It's really hard to control. You have to have the clarinet. No! Oh, we are putting on a play. What's it called?
Rufus Mouse?
No. Mouse and the Motorcycle. Ooh, sucks.
No.
Henry Beezus. That's close.
Ramona Quimby.
Yeah!
What
is that?
Come on, you guys have never read Ramona Quimby?
No.
You know, it has that girl Beezus and her younger sister Ramona. Ramona's in 3rd grade.
Oh, yeah! Don't she have that, like, really mean teacher, Miss Gray?
It's like,
It's like that gave us the 8-page assignment. Yeah, like, it was this big.
so bad.
Oh! We're supposed to be putting it on right now. And, if we're putting on a performance, there's a few rules we have to explain.
Oh yeah, like silence your children and watch your phones.
Yeah.
No, Evelyn, it's silence your phones and watch your children.
What? Oh, and no flashes of lightning for the safety of our actors. Is that even possible? I think you mean no flash photography.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I think we're forgetting one last rule. The exits are in the back, over the wings, and in the front. And in case of water landing, your seat cushions can be used as flotation devices.
This isn't an airplane, but that is where the exits are located. Oh, and just one more thing. There is no intermissions. We better get started.
Yeah, otherwise Jesus is gonna be mad.
Places, everyone, places!
Oh, my shoes untied!
Quimby, and my job is to help you. Usually at a play like this, we see people really different from us. Princesses or detectives or mermaids or even presidents, or people who lived a long time ago or even in the future. At school, you learn a lot about people really different from you, like a unit on astronauts where you study moon landings and rocket ships. So I thought, what about us? People like you see in the street every day, or even like your own family. It might be pretty neat if we took a good look close to home. So my idea for this play, Ramona Quimby, is to take you all to my house. Come on, I'll show you around. If you watch TV news, it looks like the whole world is full of really crazy, scary stuff. Wars and tornadoes and all. But the street we live on, Klickitat Street, is just there, in a nice sort of quiet way. Sprinklers and bikes and garage door openers, and the rows of houses full of couples and their kids. There could be an alien invasion in Washington, D.C., where the president is, and on Klickitat Street, everybody would still mow their lawns. Sometimes I wonder what would happen if we didn't mow, but we always do. My mom says it looks nicer, and my dad says we wouldn't want our place to be an eyesore.
If we didn't cut the lawn, there'd be a jungle with armadillos and Gila monsters and Venus flytraps, and we get lost in it and never come out.
That's my little sister Ramona. She exaggerates.
Ramona Geraldine Quimby, and her name is Beezus.
Ramona? Let me explain. People call me Beezus because when she was a baby, she couldn't say my name right. Beezus, Beezus. It stuck. She could be a pest sometimes.
If I am a pest, then you are a rotten
Let's ignore that, shall we? There's Howie's grandma, Mrs. Kemp. She lives next door with Howie. She used to babysit for me, and now if Mom's busy and I'm off at Henry Huggins's or someplace, she babysits for Ramona. Mrs. Kemp!
Why, hello, Beezus. Who are all these people?
Friends of mine.
Mine too.
Why, hello, Ramona. Well, make sure they don't trample on my lawn.
She watches soap operas on TV all day.
And her hair is getting thinner too.
Lots of other people live around here. Some of them are nice. Some are pretty weird.
Left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left. Half the march were nice and flat. Down the street called Lake Attack. Left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left.
Walk on one, walk straight by the house.
In the city of the roads, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left. Woo! Corpse halt, scout law formation. Corpse stand hut. Scout one out! Be prepared. Ready and. Scouts, all up. Left, 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 right.
And then some are just always around.
Beezus, don't forget to tell them about your sister.
I did. I told them already. This is my dad, Mr. Robert Quimby. He's a pretty wonderful dad. He takes us all to fun places when the family budget can afford it. If you've got a school problem, you should ask him about it. He knows stuff about almost everything.
Beezus, you're exaggerating.
I am not. I am especially proud of my dad because he quit smoking 2 weeks ago, which was pretty tough to do.
It's still pretty tough. And the reacher NP sends up his legs to the North Pole after run.
That's a joke. My dad works at a frozen food warehouse. He'd like to be a teacher, but he can't right now. He's got to find time to go to college first.
He drives a forklift. Whatever that is.
As I was saying before all these interruptions, Clickitat Street is one of those places that's, well, sort of regular. And the next street over is pretty much like it, and the one after that, till you get to the highway.
Aunt Bee drives the yellow convertible.
It's pretty comfy here in a way I guess you could only understand if you...
Aunt Bee lives in the tallest building in the city.
All right, Ramona, we'll introduce Aunt Bee, who lives in an apartment. She's a third-grade teacher. Ramona thinks she is the coolest person in the entire world.
Because she is. She has an apartment you can get into with a buzzer.
Oh, who are those fantastic-looking girls down there?
It's Ramona.
Aunt Beezus.
My own nieces. I thought so, but you're both just so grown up I wasn't sure. What do you say we go shopping for bubble bath and fabulous hats and just forget about school?
Aunt Bee, you know we can't. It's the first day.
Neither can I really, but it's a good idea for another day. Have a fabulous first and don't let it get boring. Ramona!
It's Howie, Ramona's best friend and our next-door neighbor.
Day one of third grade. We don't want to be late. Again.
Well, I've got to get to school myself. I'll tell you more later. It may look a little ordinary around here, but once you get
A
to...
car hit a telephone pole. You should tell them about that.
Ramona, I'm trying to calmly introduce the neighborhood so people can learn how we live here.
But the telephone pole's in the neighborhood.
Don't butt in, okay?
I want to tease the second graders like we got teased last year.
Second grade baby, stick your head in gravy. Wash it out with bubble gum and send it to the Navy.
Ramona, sweetie, you don't want to be late and start off on entirely the wrong foot with Mrs. Graves.
That's my mom. Her job is taking care of everyone. Me and Beezus and my dad. She's very smart and makes amazing cookies that are better than anything. Except maybe Oreos. Or ding-dongs.
Ramona off to school.
Mom, I'm talking to the audience.
That's Beezus' job.
Why don't I get to?
Because Beezus is older. Now go off to school.
Race you to the schoolyard.
You're on!
Second grade babies.
Hi, I'm Susan.
I'm Howie.
I'm Ramona.
This is Tiffany.
I can see that.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, Mrs. Griggs.
In kindergarten, we have juice and cookies and play London Bridge is falling down.
London Bridge is falling.
Howie.
In second grade, we read Dick and Jane and played volleyball and still have fun. This is third grade. There is no fun allowed in this classroom. We are here to learn. Any questions?
No!
Oops, I forgot to tell Ramona. First day in Mrs. Griggs' class is always show and tell. She sent a note to Mom in the mail, but that was the day Ramona turned all the letters into paper airplanes. Uh-oh. Is everybody ready for show and tell?
Yes, Mrs. Grace.
Howie Kemp,
Yes.
you're up first.
Okay. My show and tell project is bricks. Watch. I'll get my bricks.
Wait, Howie! That's enough bricks! Susan, you're up next.
This is Tiffany. She has a beautiful new dress and she's all ready to go shopping at the mall. First she'll go to Toys R Us and then the Candy Kitchen and then...
Oh, Susan, what a wonderful example for show and tell.
This is Chevrolet.
Nobody names it all Chevrolet. That's dumb.
Yeah. It's French. My Aunt Bee gave her to me, and she's named after my aunt's car.
What if your aunt drove a Mack truck? Would you name your doll Mack Truck?
No, but Chevrolet is the most beautiful name in the world. It sounds like a fairy tale name.
Ramona Quimby, an overactive imagination can lead to idleness and wanting all sorts of stuff you can never have. Yours will get you in a lot of trouble in this classroom. Now, class, open your readers to page 42. We're going to be reading a wonderful fairy tale about Hansel and Gretel. Once upon a time, in a deep, dark, enchanted forest lived a poor woodsman and his children. One day, Hansel and Gretel... Ramona, what are you doing? You're making a mess.
My father's a poor woodsman in Germany.
Your father works at a frozen food warehouse 2 miles away on Grand Avenue near the shopping mall.
I have to leave this trail of crumbs so he can find me at the house of the wicked witch.
Which?
Mrs. Griggs. She hates me, Beezus.
Briggs hates everyone. She's a sourpuss, but she's really not that bad. Just try to go along with her. What are those crumbs?
Peanut butter sandwich cookies.
Peanut butter?
Mm-hmm.
Peanut butter doesn't crumb. It's gooey, and you can never eat enough. Ramona, stop that. Wait, what's that smell? It smells like burning rubber. Oh no, my lasagna! The dinner I was making for Aunt Bee! What's wrong? Oh no! And what's that smell? Mom, look what Ramona did! Oh, Beezus, I'm sorry.
Is that wicked witch done yet?
Ramona! Ramona! gone, probably lost, just when I was babysitting for her. Ramona! 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 I got it. I never should have told her that the world is round like an orange, and if you start walking in one direction, you'll end up back where you started. She's trying to do it. Ramona's walking around the world. I never told her how big it was. She probably thinks she'll be home by dinner time. She could be across the railroad tracks by now. Oh, what'll Mom and Dad say? Jesus, you preteen monster! You lost your precious little sister! Poor Ramona, trudging miles through scary streets, crossing the big boulevards alone, honked at by trucks and cars, and then up into the mountains, barked at by strange dogs, stalked by grizzly bears, frightened, alone, crying. Ramona! How could you? How could you ruin my lasagna?
I was playing Gretel, and I burned the witch.
You were mad because I was making dinner all by myself, especially with Aunt Bee coming.
So? You wouldn't let me help you.
You'd make a huge mess.
Would not. I am not a baby.
Aunt's real grown up to drown Chevrolet in cheese and tomato sauce.
Stop teasing me, or I'll tell everyone you have a CoverGirl lipstick in your dresser.
Ooh, Ramona, you are a spying evil munchkin!
If I am an evil munchkin, then you are a Zitz monster.
Just go away, little pest!
Not again, girls. Please, I just got home. I've had a long day.
But Daddy, Ramona's being really impossible.
Daddy, it's not fair.
Quiet, both of you.
Beezus gets to stay up late and not wear hand-me-downs and cook and talk to the audience and...
Ramona, you have to...
Am I supposed to feel guilty because I'm older?
Beezus will be the President of the United States and a movie star, and I'll still be in Glenwood School, stuck in Mrs. Griggs' class forever.
My own sister drives me batty. She gets away with everything.
Beezus never shares anything.
You never share anything with me.
You never want any of my stuff.
Who wants chewed up crayons?
Who wants copies of Teen Beat and empty tubes of Clearasil?
Ladies,
Aunt Bee!
arguing always makes me hungry, and your mom told me that Chevrolet went scuba diving in the lasagna, so I thought that Whopper Burger wasn't such a bad idea.
Aunt Bee, I wish you could have had the dinner I was cooking. It was gonna be so good.
Oh, hon, I'm sure it was gonna be, and I promise that next time we'll have lasagna a la Beezus.
I love Whopper Burgers.
I don't know to take these bags, but what I don't want you to think is that every time you ruin one of Beezus' suppers, I'm going to bring you a double cheese to go.
But
Ramona,
It's some kind of phase she's going through, I hope.
I think it's a phase that all little sisters go through.
What is it now, Ramona? What's wrong?
I can't tell you.
Ramona, you know this family always tries to like her. It's bothering us.
If I tell, you won't love me anymore.
Yes, we will.
Of course we will.
Well, I hate Beezus. I know she's my sister, but sometimes I just hate her. There. Now everyone knows what a horrible girl I am.
You're not horrible at all, Ramona.
I'm not?
No, there's no reason why you should love Beezus all the time. I bet there are lots of times when she doesn't love you.
Not true. I love Ramona every golden moment. I love sharing a room with her.
Beezus, say it straight so Ramona won't be confused.
I don't love Ramona all the time. I do love her sometimes, and sometimes she makes me just plain mad.
You know, I think these are battles that all siblings go through. Don't you think so? Dorothy.
I'll never forget when you took my beautiful blonde Barbie and dyed her hair with shoe polish, greasy black. I didn't love you then, not one bit.
Well, that was because you were older, and because you're older, apparently, then you could act like the boss, and you weren't the boss, and I wanted to be older so I could be the boss, and I felt like I could never be the boss.
You were so messy, Bee. You made our room a pigsty. You know, do you remember you left your dirty socks on my pillow?
I never did that.
Yes, you did.
Did not.
Did too.
You know, girls, one time, when we were just the mere age of 12, your mother thought it was just the grandest scheme to catch a frog and put it in my clothes drawer.
Yeah, that was only because your Aunt Bee squeezed an entire tube of toothpaste
toothpaste into the batter of my birthday cake and drew lizards in red crayon in all of the books I had from the school library, I had to go to the principal's office.
Oh, the principal's office! The horrors! How could I ever? I beg your forgiveness, sister.
Aunt V, you are every bit as awful as Ramona.
Maybe I should come and live at your house.
I don't think so, Ramona. We do still have our date for the zoo coming up, though.
Come on, everybody. Our Whopper Burger dinner's gonna get cold. Think about it. Aunt V used to be every bit as awful as Ramona. And look at her now. There is hope that someday...
Jesus, we love you too,
Thanks, Dad.
Why don't you come in and grab the burger the rest of the Quimby's?
Don't mind if I do. Excuse me. I gotta go eat. I'll be back. Mr. and Mrs.
Canine.
Aunt.
Cousin.
Uncle.
Incisor.
And cousin.
Molar.
The friendly two family that considers our unit in dental hygiene. Any questions? Yes, Susan?
That was a very neat lesson, Mrs. Grace. I know my teeth much better now.
Thank you, Susan. Yes, Howie.
What's that? What are those teeth that vampires have called? The big teeth that vampires have? What are they called? Again?
Vampires are really, I guess, Howie.
Because I got some for Halloween. Good.
Mrs. Griggs, when do we get to finish our owl masks?
You said we'd get to finish them next week for the Halloween parade.
Yeah.
All right, kids, mask out. Remember, kids of all the other kids, I cannot make ghosts and goblins for the Halloween parade because they don't have any paste. If we waste paste, there is
Paste waste.
Susan, you're a copycat.
Mrs. Grace!
coming, Susan. Wow, class! Look how unusual and creative Susan's owl she made.
Mrs. Griggs,
How incredible! How creative! Susan's owl will fly in the place of honor while all the parents and principal will visit on Parents' Night. Susan, why does your owl have sunglasses?
Because it's a very sunny day.
because a mask and sunglasses are a disguise, and the owl wants to be disguised a lot.
Ramona, how can you know what Susan's owl is doing?
Because I made it up. Look.
Similar ears? Similar beak? Ramona, Quimby, you must have copied from Ramona! Even if we're making masks, we shouldn't copy each other.
It's not just making masks. It's artwork. I didn't copy. Susan is the copycat. You made her owl the best in class.
Ramona copied from me.
Ramona, I am disappointed in you. You know better than to lie. Hey, Ramona, give me back that paper! Whoever to copy from who, that is no reason to destroy Susan's owl. I want you to apologize. You hear me, Ramona?
Yes, Mrs. Griggs.
I want you to apologize. Can you apologize?
No! I can't.
Well then, Ramona, Quimby, I guess you have to go home and think about what you did.
Go home now? Right in the middle of school?
Yes, Ramona, right now. Back to class!
Drops out Ramona, the dumb girl with no future. I'll never learn how to read hard books or write cursive. I'll never learn how to make paper pilgrim hats because I flunked the 3rd grade before Thanksgiving. I'll never learn geography or social science.
know, today is a very special day, Ramona Quimby.
Why?
My son Hobart is coming home. Howie's local, you know. In fact, he's picking up Howie on his way in from the airport.
Is he nice, Mrs. Kemp?
Oh, he's a wonderful boy. And I'll tell you a secret, Ramona. Hobart made oodles of money in Scotland, teaching kids or something.
Is he a millionaire?
Well, perhaps he is.
I once saved up $4 whole, but I spent it. Does Howie's Uncle Hobart have a big black car and a chauffeur with a hat?
I doubt it. That's not like my Hobart.
I bet a millionaire could buy a whole ice cream store and taste all 37 flavors. Mrs. Kemp,
Yes, Ramona?
if you had $1 million, could you go to the Whopper Burger whenever you wanted to?
Absolutely. As my Hobart says, no problemo.
Is this the soap opera I like, Mrs. Kemp? With the lady in the wheelchair who really loves the doctor, but the man with the beard is so mean to her? That hurts me, Robert. I love you.
You lying little tramp, you're not really sick. Get up and walk.
I can't. Oh, Robert, I can't. Oh.
Ramona, you can't continue to stay home and watch TV all day. It's not good for your mind.
You do it.
I'm a grown-up, Ramona, and I already went to school.
I want to go to school with Howie, but I can't. They all hate me, and they think I'm a copycat. And it's not fair.
Nonsense, Ramona.
Nobody understands. The millionaire! I bet he has a tuxedo and those shoes!
Mom! Oh, Hobart, let me see you. Mom, you look wonderful. You look thin. What have they been feeding you?
Let's see, haggis and blood sausage.
I knew it. You haven't had a good meal since you left home. I'll make you all your favorites. An apple pie for dessert.
I fell asleep every single night dreaming of your apple pie. Mom, wasn't that the exact same show that you were watching 10 years ago when I left home? Who's this young lass? Howie, you didn't tell me you had a girlfriend. Shame on you.
She's not
I
mine.
am not Howie's girlfriend. I have to stay here with Mrs. Kemp until my mother is back from shopping. It's strictly business.
Well, Miss Not Howie's girlfriend, I'm Howie's uncle, Hobart Kemp. Pleased to meet you. And you are
Ramona from next door.
Ramona. Ramona! Ramona, hear the mission bells above! Ramona, they're singing a song of love!
Mr. Kemp, stop that. Grown-ups shouldn't.
I dread the dawn when I wake to find you gone! Ramona, Ramona, my own!
Cut that out! I'm the Hobart.
What, you don't like songs about you?
I don't like grown-ups who are mean and tease kids.
Ramona, manners.
Now, Mom, don't get excited. Ramona's right, I was teasing, but I intend to reform.
Howie, do you think it's fair that some people have a bazillion dollars? And my dad has to work very hard in the cold at Frost King Frozen's food warehouse?
It's not
No.
fair, Ramona, it's just how it is.
Well, it shouldn't be that way.
What's the matter with you, Ramona Quimby?
Quimby. Are you Ramona Quimby? With a mom who's a sister named Bee?
B? Nope. Nobody named B in my family.
Ramona, don't trust that Aunt named Bee. She's the only thing you ever talk about. She drives a yellow convertible. She lives in an apartment you get in with a buzzer.
Bee, I used to know was a yellow convertible kind of girl. Me and her went to Glenwood School together many moons ago.
And B moved to Los Angeles just yesterday.
That's too bad.
Yeah. Goodbye, Mr. Kemp. So long, Hallie. Bye, Mrs. Kemp.
Ramona, hear
I am. And then I can go back, and she'll think I'm someone else.
Mrs. Griggs will never think you're somebody else. But I went to school and talked to her today.
You what?
She sent you a note.
She did? Dear Ramona Q, we all miss you. Please come back to 3rd grade soon. Signed, Mrs. Griggs. Maybe she does like me. A little. Does she still want me to apologize to Susan?
I'm afraid she does.
She's wrong, Mama. Susan was the copycat, and she lied. And she even wasted paste.
And when we waste paste, there is paste waste.
That does make it okay for you to smash Susan's owl.
You just got so mad.
Susan is the one I feel sorry for. You're the one who can think up her own ideas. You have a wonderful imagination, Ramona.
Maybe I do, but that doesn't help me now.
Someday I will, Ramona. Listen to me. You must go back to school, my little sparkler, and apologize.
Do I have to?
Yes, Ramona, you do.
But it isn't fair.
Life isn't fair.
It isn't fair that life isn't fair.
Ramona, it's bedtime. Tomorrow morning, you go to school.
And tomorrow night is the Halloween parade.
And after the parade, we'll all go to the Whopper Burger.
Really?
We'll get orange hamburgers or black french fries.
Cross your heart and hope to die about the Whopper Burger.
You bet.
Tomorrow's a school day, so I've got to get to bed. Good night, everyone.
Mrs. Griggs was always big on apologies.
This stupid thing is called a kilt. My uncle came back from Scotland, decided, wow, what a great idea to have your nephew wear this stupid thing. So I have to wear it for show and tell. My quick little grandma said it would be a perfect idea. I hate wearing it. That's it, Mrs. Griggs.
Wow, that was an excellent show and tell. Well, Ramona, don't you have something to share with the class?
I don't have anything for show and tell today, Mrs. Griggs.
Don't you have something to share with Susan?
Now? In front of the whole class?
I'm waiting.
Susan, I'm sorry I smashed your owl.
It was terrible! But I forgive you. Thank you, Ramona Q. I know we're all glad you're back in class. Now, excuse me.
Susan! Yes, you're still a copycat and a rotten, stinky dinosaur egg.
Everyone, Halloween parade!
Quimby?
Oh, hello there, Mr. Frost.
Quimby, orders are down. You're a good man, Quimby, but I'm closing down the entire Freeze house. You're fired.
But Mr. Frost, my family can't.
Good luck, Quimby. With the way things are these days, you'll need it.
No gold wash, no 2 weeks notice, just canned.
Daddy, he can't do that to you.
Yes, he can, my little sparkler, and he did. What are we gonna do? We've got a stack of bills this high. I don't have a job.
You'll find something else soon. I know you will. And the girls will help me stretch the savings we've got. I guess this means no Whopper Burger tonight.
But I wanted it.
I'm sorry, Ramona, but this family won't be going to Whopper Burger for a while. We can eat more economically here at home.
What's economically?
Leftovers.
We learned in my social science class that a recession still exists in this part of the country.
Well, you can tell your class to came into your living room and sat right down on the couch.
Does this mean you're not going to go to the North Pole and be Santa's helper ever again?
I never liked being Santa's helpers anyway. It was always so cold there.
We're all going to be homeless and live in a refrigerator box.
What?
I saw it on TV.
Ramona, don't be silly.
I'm not being silly. I'm being scared.
We have to keep making house payments, you know. If Daddy isn't working, I don't want you girls to worry. Daddy and I will work this out.
I'll get it. Hello?
Ramona, this is Ines. Show up, Ines.
It is not. It's my Aunt Bee.
Got me again. Ramona, I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is I will be at your house later this week with a fabulous surprise.
Surprise? What?
You'll see. And the bad news is, well, Ramona, I'm sorry, but something's come up and I just can't take you to the zoo.
But you promised.
I know. And I'm sorry, but it's just not going to work out, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye. Aunt Bee isn't taking me to the zoo.
It must be something pretty important, or Aunt Bee wouldn't break a date with you.
She probably thinks I'm a pest and a little whiny third grader.
She thinks you're her marvelous little Ramona, who is the brightest and the most oranges she could ever have.
She does?
Yes, she does. It's time for you to wash your hands, and Beezus and I will set the table.
You guys won't have to set the table if we got the Whopper Burger.
I know. Things will get better for us sometime. I promise. It's just not right to have Aunt Bee over and give her a hamburger helper and vegetable soup made out of whatever was in the refrigerator that had wilted. When we go there, she gives us quiche and ginger ale and... Beezus, would you please set out that silverware? And roast beef sandwiches made on French bread with real butter. Beezus, please don't complain. Remember, Bee is a single woman with a full-time teaching job and enough money to buy you kids presents when you visit once a month. She doesn't buy your clothes and your food and take care of your entire life.
She's here. Aunt Bee! Where's my surprise?
Surprise is for everyone, and it should be parking the car down the street. Oh, here it comes. Here it is. Hi, Uncle Hobart, all the way from next door. We've renewed an old high school friendship over the past couple days, and Hobart, be the best older sister a girl could have.
Charmed and delighted. And you must be Beezus. Gosh, I've already met Ramona, and she doesn't care for my singing, so I'm on my best behavior.
Haven't you gone back to Scotland yet on a sheep, Mr. Cat?
Miss Ramona Quimby, are you trying to get rid of me?
You're the something that made me miss my trip to the zoo.
Ramona, be polite.
I'm trying.
try harder. As a matter of fact, ladies, I'm not going back to Scotland at all. I'm headed up to Alaska.
Oh, the great Alaskan frontier where adventure awaits.
There's some new oil fields up there that look promising. It'll be a great opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, help yourselves.
Oh, Dorothy, it looks beautiful.
And for dessert, fig Newlands full of chopped up worms.
That's disgusting. That's quite enough. Some days I just don't know what to do with you.
Lock me in the closet for a million years. Give me nothing but stale bread and water.
Ramona, if you can't join in the conversation and grab a plate of food like a grown-up, you're gonna go to your room and stay there.
Ramona, Hobart is very sweet once you get to know him.
I don't want to get to know him. He's mean and he teases kids.
Really? I think he's changed. Are you still mad at me about the zoo?
No.
I think you might be, just a little.
Well, I am. Lots. I even had a bad dream about it. I was at the zoo all alone, in just my underwear. Everyone was laughing at me, even the animals.
Oh, Ramona, I've had a dream like that. I was in just my underwear and my tennis shoes in a crowded shopping mall. Right in front of the pizza stand. Everyone was looking at me, and I was so embarrassed.
Did you ever dream your bed was flying?
Oh, Ramona, all the time. That's one of my favorites. You know, we might be more alike than you think, because we do a lot of the same dreaming, and someday our beds will meet high in the sky above click-attached street. And oh, Ramona, it'll be magical. Now, come on, let's get back to the table. I'm hungry. Here's your coffee.
Now that we're all here, Mom has something to tell you. B, Hobart, I have an announcement to make. One that is long overdue. As of tomorrow, there will be one less housewife in America. I'm going out and I'm looking for a job.
Dorothy, that's wonderful. Take the chain off the stove.
Mom, you're liberated! Thank you, Beezus.
That's easy for Beezus to say, but who would take care of me when I come home from school? Or if I get sick?
You arranged it with Mrs. Kemp.
Mrs. Kemp? Oh, yuck.
Ramona! No problem. She's perfectly nice, Ramona, and you don't hate her. You need to get used to staying with her after school.
But who made cookies if you're gone all day?
You can, Ramona, you're old enough.
I'll burn myself. I'll get blisters all over my hands.
Not if you're careful.
Why don't you just give me to Mrs. Kemp, and I'll be her daughter, and watch soap operas all day.
Ramona, this family is going to stay under this roof and be warm and dry. You have to help, even if you don't want to. Being a grown-up means doing things that you need to do that maybe you don't want to do. For a while, anyway.
I don't want to grow up. Not yet. I'm not old enough.
One day, the queen suffered a terrible accident and died. So the king remarried a very new and a very cruel woman who had two very ugly daughters named Latasha and Nicole. One day, the king suffered a terrible accident and died. So the princess knew she would never be happy again. One day, they were all in the garden. The stepmother called her over and said,
Little girl, come here. I see that you're having fun. Well, it's over now. Everything is very expensive, so I need maids. For First, you need to go inside the palace and clean all of the chimneys. They're all very dirty. Then come back to me, because you need to do a lot more work. Go, now get to work.
Yes, ma'am.
The princess cleaned every chimney in every place in the house. When she was done, she went back to her stepfather.
Oh, geez, I see that you've been working hard since you even have stuff in your nose.
This is funny. Cinderella, Cinderella, that's how we'll call you. Cinderella.
Quiet. Cinderella is a good maiden name, but there's a lot you need to do since tonight's Prince Rupert's ball. We have been invited, and so have you, but I don't think you dream of going with everything you have to do. First, you need to iron our dresses, then help us get dressed and polish the silverware. Latasha, Nicole, go pick out a pretty dress. The prince is choosing a wife. And go get to work.
Yes, ma'am.
The princess said everything as she was told.
Cinderella, bring me a necklace. No, not that one. The one with diamonds. I look much better with it. Thank you.
Cinderella, bring me my shoes and comb my hair. Cinderella, bring me my hat.
Cinderella, bring me a purse and make sure it's the white one, not the blue one.
Yes, ma'am.
Hurry up. You can't be late for the ball.
Here's your mirror, Nicole, and here's your purse, Latasha.
After they got ready, they finally left in a beautiful pink carriage. Cinderella sat down on the stairs watching them leave and cried sadly to herself.
Oh, I wish I could go too.
Then she heard a very soft voice.
Good evening. Who are you? I am your fairy godmother. And I've come here tonight since I believe that you need my help. Oh, fairy godmother!
Oh, fairy godmother! Oh, fairy godmother! What in the world is happening here? We're putting on a play! Kaylin, I know you said that you want to be the princess, but that's not what we're doing.
Why?
Because I said so, and I'm in charge.
But you're not in charge, Mr. Dunn is.
Yeah. Well, not right now.
Also, aren't we breaking a rule? What rule are we breaking?
No intermissions!
In that case, we better continue with the play, or Beezus will be very, very mad.
Then what are you waiting for? Places, everyone, places. Wait, what, Kaylin?
It's winter on Plicketat Street. We've got to wear sweaters in the house to keep the heat low because of the fuel bill. Not only do we never get to go to the Whopper anymore, we have to eat disgusting things like tongue because it's cheap and nutritious. Yuck, I hate tongue. I can tell Mom and Dad are worried because they whisper all the time and have long, serious discussions with the door closed. I know they think we're too young to understand, but it really feels awful when they shut us out like that. And it feels even worse knowing my family is in trouble and there's nothing I can do to help. But guess what? Today, my mom got a job.
You're fired!
Dr. Mitchell's office. Please hold. Dr. Mitchell's office. Next Thursday. Please hold. Dr. Mitchell's office. Oh, me. Well, I'm Dorothy Quimby. I'm the new receptionist. Please hold. Mom's at work. She's working really hard, but the family budget is still tight. I've got homework to do over at Henry Huggins's, so Ramona's home alone with Dad. Dad's still looks for work, but he hasn't had much luck. He mostly sits at home and watches TV, just like Mrs. Kemp. Except, I hate to tell this part, but it's pretty obvious. My dad started smoking again. He's up to a pack a day, Marlboros. I told him to stop. I told Ramona to tell him to stop. It's just stupid, that's all. I know he's my dad, but he's acting stupid. He'll just die, and then we'll all cry and be sad for months and years and forever. Dad should think of us.
Daddy, are we going to a shelter?
No, honey, we're staying right here.
I heard Mom say it's hard to get money for the house payments.
Ramona, please, don't worry.
If you could have any job in the whole world, what would you pick?
I'd like to be a teacher, Ramona. Have you heard at your school?
You'd be the best teacher ever. Way better than Mrs. Griggs.
Maybe, but I have to go to college first, and we can't afford for me not to work. For a while, anyway.
I could babysit.
Ramona, you still need a babysitter yourself.
Dad, if we don't have much money, how come you can pay for your cigarettes?
My smoking is none of your business, Ramona.
Jesus says it's my business.
Beezus needs a talking to.
There.
Ramona, you shouldn't, that's a waste of money. You shouldn't destroy other people's property. You don't understand.
Yes, I do. Your lungs will turn black and you'll die. And you'll be dead before I grow up. And you won't get to see me graduate from junior high or anything. If you promise to try to stop, I won't grab your cigarettes or break them.
I'll tell you what, Ramona. I won't smoke for 1 week. No matter what, 1 week, and then we'll see. Let's watch some TV. Hey, it's the new Whopper Burger commercial. Let's turn up the volume.
You have to turn the TV on.
Oh, yeah. The remote, it's not working.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Forget your pots, forget your pans. It's not too late to change your plans. Spend a little, eat a lot. Big fat burgers, nice and hot. At the nearest Whopper Bowl. Wow, it tastes fabulous.
That boy's got a Whopper burger with cheese.
Never mind the burger. You know how much money that kid's making for singing that stupid jingle and saying, "Wow, tastes fabulous."
$10?
Maybe $1 million. I see him singing that jingle every time I turn on the TV.
How can he make $1 million? It looks like he's in 3rd grade.
They make a movie from him singing that stupid jingle, and every time it comes on the TV, he gets paid. It all adds up.
If we had $1 million, could we turn up the thermostat?
Ramona, if we had $1 million, we could heat the garage. It's a fantasy. It's never going to happen. The only job I've been given offered so far is at the food town market, and I'm not going to work in a checkout line with a bunch of teenagers.
How did he get the job?
Who?
The Whopper Burger boy.
By singing, dancing, and being cute all the time, I guess.
But who gave him the job?
Maybe his teacher or neighbor told the town scout about him? Want some popcorn?
Okay.
Be back in a minute.
Dad wouldn't need a stupid old job. And Mom could be home and bake cookies. We could even go to Disneyland. Forget your pots, forget your pans. It's not too late to change your plans. Spend a little, eat a lot. Wow, tastes fabulous. This one's got a pearl in it.
Mommy, your pantyhose are all wrinkled. Your legs look just like the elephant's. Oh, you're right, darling. I should have worn non-skid, the never slip pantyhose.
smart and cute. You know I should have worn non-skid pantyhose.
Then you'd never look like an elephant again.
That's right, And cut! And print! What? Ramona, you're not a bratty third grader at all.
I'm not?
No, you're a great actress. Ramona, my new shining star. How are you? Good. Ramona, listen, women all over the world are buying non-skin pantyhose. Thanks to you. Here's $1 million. Is that the correct answer, Mrs. Gray?
That's exactly the correct answer, Susan. Now let's work on our fractions class. Yes, Susan.
I'm not Susan.
Yes, Ramona.
Mrs. Briggs, you have wrinkled legs that look just like the elephant. With non-skid pantyhose, you'd never look like an elephant again.
That's right, Ramona. Ramona, take your seat.
Are you gonna tell a talent scout about me?
Ramona, I said take your seat.
Wasn't I cute enough?
Ramona, I'm gonna have a talk with your parents about this behavior. Wait! No running, children.
Hello, Mrs. Kemp. How are you?
I'm fine, Ramona.
And how is your wonderful son? How is Uncle Hobart from Scotland, who's moving to Alaska?
He's... Ramona, why is your face all twisted up like that?
That's just my smile. Your legs are all wrinkled, just like the elephant's.
Ramona, that is extremely rude.
Aunt Bee, do you know any talents?
Ramona, hear the mission bells above.
Stop. You know I don't like that song.
Hobart, stop your teasing.
Alright then, instead of singing, I will say, ask a question. Ramona Quimby, how would you like to have me as an uncle?
You're already Howie's uncle.
Yes, but I'd like to have a few, what would you say, ready-made nieces. You and nieces, of course.
But how could you be our uncle?
Well, it's simple, really. All I need to do is marry Aunt Beatrice.
What?
Well, you see, we're getting married in 2 weeks, right before we leave for Alaska.
You what?
You're leaving? Oh, Aunt Bee, how could you? What about our trip to the zoo? And Christmas at our house? And where will you go for Thanksgiving?
I don't know, Ramona. I haven't thought about that yet, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
What will you even do in Alaska?
She'll build us an igloo, fish through the ice, ride a moose!
Don't listen to him. I plan him to teach. They have schools up there, you know.
Aunt Bee, I just know your writing will be so beautiful. All the flowers and music. Here comes the bride.
Jesus. No wedding.
No wedding?
Just the justice of the peace at City Hall.
But why?
Fancy wedding is just not that important.
And besides, 2 weeks just isn't enough time to plan everything. All the dresses and the flowers and the guests and their invitations and the food and the photographer. And oh, girls, your mother had a beautiful wedding.
But their mother never left Klickitat Street. We need to be in Alaska in 2 weeks. We have cars to sell, packing to do, jobs to quit, people to say goodbye to. No wedding, girls. A lot of love, but no wedding.
Aunt Bee is leaving me.
She's leaving us, but she'll visit.
No, she won't. Uncle Hobart doesn't like me.
He just likes to tease. Ramona, you wouldn't want Aunt Bee to stay and be unhappy, would you?
Yes, I would.
That
That is really super selfish, Ramona.
I don't care. And everyone makes fun of my commercials, so I'll never make $1 million.
$1 million?
To be on TV. I was practicing.
Ramona, that's dumb. Nobody goes on TV from Clicktat Street. They make TV in Los Angeles, far away.
At least I was trying. He just got it all wrong. Aunt B is leaving. And Dad works all the time. Well, no, Dad doesn't have a job. But Mom works all the time. And Dad, he's grumpy a lot. Jesus, I need a hug.
No, I'm still mad at you for being so selfish about Aunt B.
Beezus has red lipstick and a bikini in her dresser.
Oh, Ramona, that's not fair.
Life's unfair. I'm gonna tell Daddy to hug me.
This is better than Days of Our Lives.
You promised you wouldn't.
Ramona, I tried. Believe me, I tried.
Daddy, you were cheating.
Ramona, it's hard to break a bad habit.
You promised a week.
I ran across one old cigarette in my coat pocket and thought it might help the way I felt if I smoked it. It did, and I broke my promise. I'm sorry, Ramona. I want you to feel your dad's the best, but that's just not true all the time.
There's a lot of things that I do that I can't do. Till I get a little stronger. I didn't know grown-ups had that trouble too.
This one does.
No one can do things right all the time. And I love you for trying.
Same to you, my little sparkler.
Daddy, what's happening to our family? Aunt B is moving to Alaska. You're feeling sad all day because of money and jobs. And Mom works all the time. And she's sad and she's grumpy. Beezus won't even hug me.
Quiet, I have a headache and I'm starving.
This is gonna be another of those family scenes all about Ramona and her feelings. Try being the oldest sometimes, and everybody thinks you're already grown up so they can ignore you, but you're really not, and you get stuck taking care of your little sister and nobody listens to you.
Jesus, please.
Ramona needs to grow up.
Can't you see I'm trying?
Try harder. Daddy, you smoked.
Bob, you didn't!
One old cigarette, Dory. Jesus, I'm not perfect, and neither is anybody else in this family. Attention all Quimbys. I have an announcement. I decided we're going out to dinner. We're going to the Whopper Burger, and we're going to smile and be pleasant to each other, even if it kills us. That's an order.
The Whopper Burger?
Why not? The sky's the limit.
Bob, are you sure we can...
This family needs a break.
Quimby, party at 4. Quimby, party at 4.
Ramona, dear, how's your family doing?
Good.
Well, I hope you all have a wonderful meal.
Hi, I'm Tammy. Sorry I'm late. I had a bazillion orders to back there. First, your Whopper sauce. Forget your pots, forget your pans. It's not too late to change your plans. Spend a little.
Let's skip the song for today, please. If you don't mind, we're pretty hungry.
Don't be nervous. Speedy service. That's our Whopper motto, and that's what Whopper Burger is all about. What would it be, folks?
Cheese Whopper Coke.
Cheese Whopper Coke.
Chili Whopper Coke.
Chili Whopper Coke.
Veggie Whopper Coke.
Veggie Whopper Coke.
Double Whopper, fries, and a chocolate shake.
Double Whopper fries and a chocolate shake. Be right back.
I've been meaning to say to this whole family that we call
Cheese Whopper Coke, Chili Whopper Coke, Veggie Whopper Coke, Double Whopper fries, and a chocolate shake. Enjoy.
I was saying that we've all been trying our best to keep this family together, and you girls have both been terrific. I'm sorry if there hasn't been enough love to go around our house. I know I've been too worried and too busy lately.
There's enough for Beezus. She's older and she doesn't whine, and she never gets in trouble at school, and...
Ramona, you and Beezus are two very different kids. That doesn't mean we can't love you both.
Loving Beezus doesn't mean we don't have enough love for you. Love isn't a cup of sugar that gets used up.
Your mom's right, my little sparkler.
Let's eat. I'm starving.
I've been feeling sad about myself for too long. I have a feeling luck's about to change, and I'm gonna help it along. I'm gonna stop smoking now. Not for a week, but forever.
A toast to our non-smoking dad and all the Quimbys.
Hooray for us!
Tammy, check please.
It's your lucky day. Your meals have been paid for.
Paid for? By who?
Mrs. Graves.
Oh, that is so sweet of her.
Why would she pay for our dinners?
Because she said they are a very loving family, or something like that.
Ramona, where are you going?
Ramona! Let her go.
She's gone.
You know, I think Miss Griggs was right. We are a loving family.
Not all the time.
Not everybody's loving and sweet all the time. If they are, they're boring.
We are a lot nicer than some families I know. Some families don't even eat dinner together or laugh together. I guess Mrs. Griggs was sort of like a happy ending.
A happy ending for today.
The truth is, in spite of the fights, I love my sister Ramona better all the time. She still drives me crazy, but she's really growing up. She helped my dad a lot with his smoking, and she even learned to handle old Griggs by the end of the 3rd grade.
Jesus, I can't sleep.
Me neither.
I keep thinking about Aunt Bee.
That she's leaving poor you.
It's not that. It's just she wants a wedding with flowers and everything. We know she does.
I think you're right, Ramona. But you heard them. There's no time to do it all, and they're leaving the day after tomorrow.
Well, Mom and Dad had a wedding. Aunt Bee should have one too.
Maybe if Hobart knew how much Aunt Bee wanted one.
Maybe there's some kind of super fast wedding he can make. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to tell Mr. Hobart how to do it.
He's a grown-up, Ramona. You can't boss him around.
Maybe he'll think it's a good idea, especially if you come too. And we both tell him.
Howie, for the last time, it's not gonna kill you.
Hobart.
And Howie, it's nice to... No time for chit-chat. Bob, Dorothy, it's going to be the fastest wedding in the West. And the most beautiful.
Wedding?
I thought you and Bee were leaving for Alaska. So tomorrow.
We are, but these wonderful daughters of yours convinced me. Bee feels she'll be missing out on something wonderful that she'll never have the chance again. I'm convinced the wedding's on.
But what about the flowers and the dresses and the invitation?
By tomorrow, impossible.
By this afternoon. No problem.
Just where is this wedding going to be?
Rose City Presbyterian. I had to call Pastor Jones and she had to cancel a fishing trip, so we're in luck.
Who's the best man?
Howie, I've already captured him. And the maids of honor are right there.
Mom, you still have your wedding dress in a trunk upstairs. That would fit Aunt Bee?
Yes, quiet, Dorothy. Your job is to get that bride into that dress by 3 o'clock. Bob, invite the neighborhood.
No problem.
We've got shopping to do. Where do they sell bride and groom stuff?
I think there's a wedding shop in the mall. They should...
Let's go.
I wanted to ride bikes today.
Howie,
Yes.
be grown up. And you look terrific in a best man suit. Plus, we'll ride bikes right after. Please.
I'll do it for you and you alone.
Miss Ramona Quimby, I'm going to fly you and Beezus out to Alaska your very first school vacation. And you'll ride a moose with your Aunt Bee.
For real?
All for real, Ramona. And I'd like it if you called me Uncle Hobart a bit early.
Okay, Uncle Hobart. Let's go, Howie.
No garden supplies?
jeans, or skateboards. This is a bridal shop. Fine wedding wear for ladies and gentlemen.
Selma,
Yes?
are you ready for the ultimate bridal shop challenge?
I'm ready to call the police.
What do they know about weddings? One groom outfit for me, one best man outfit for Howie. I hear that pink and black is coming back.
Not in this shop, it isn't.
See, black suits, black shoes, pink bow ties, and pink coveralls. And for the ladies, 2 beautiful maid of honor dresses. Ramona, what color for you?
Pink, with pink Mary Janes.
Same for me, only I want heels.
For the girl,
When do you need these by?
that's the challenge. This afternoon.
This afternoon?
Yep.
Impossible. Please stop crying, girls. I hate crying, except for our wedding. Please. On second thought, nothing is impossible at Selma's. Please stop crying, girls. The fitting rooms are right this way.
Selma will leave flowers. 1 bridal bouquet, 2 bridesmaid bouquets. Flowers for everywhere. Lots of them.
What color?
What color?
Pink.
Pink.
Pink is coming back.
Just so you know, I don't want to wear any pink. Not even to a wedding.
Howie,
Yes.
get with the program. This is a wedding.
Fine.
Is that me? That very beautiful, grown-up maid of honor? It's me.
Here comes the bride, all fat and wide. Here comes the groom, skinny as a broom.
Howie, keep quiet.
We are gathered here today to celebrate the marriage of Hobart Kemp and Beatrice.
We need to get on with this. They're going to Alaska tomorrow.
Just kiss already.
That's right, Ramona. I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Aunt Bee had a beautiful wedding.
Nobody spilled punch, and nobody threw up.
We got a postcard from her the other day. She invited us to come and see her and our new uncle in Alaska whenever we had time off from school.
The postcard has a picture of a moose walking down the street.
Ramona, do you have something for show and tell?
There's no show and telling 4th grade, Mom. That's for babies.
Just checking. Have a great first day, both of you. I'll see you when I get home from work.
I'm late, girls. We just have a great first one. Ramona, knock him out.
You guessed it, my dad got a job.
Finally.
It's not the type of job he really wanted. He's back at the same frozen food warehouse working for Mr. Frost. But he doesn't go into the cold parts anymore. He's the assistant manager. You know, being grown up is hard work.
Being a kid and trying to become a grown-up is even harder.
The family budget's still tight. Mom still works, but that's okay, because she really likes her job at the doctor's. My dad would still love to go back to school and study to be a teacher, and maybe he will someday. But as I've heard a lot of grown-ups say, we can't always do what we want in life, so we do what we can.
Well, that's not right, because I'm going to do what I want to do in my life.
If you do that, Ramona, you'll be a luckier person than Mom and Dad. You'll be like Aunt Bee and Uncle Hobart, maybe.
I don't want to be like Uncle Hobart, or even Aunt Bee. I just want to be like me.
Ramona! Day 1 of 4th grade. We don't want to be late again.
Yeah, we should probably get there early so
We can tease the 3rd graders. 3rd grade babies. Race to the schoolyard.
Howie, wait! I want to hear Beezus talk to the audience.
Well, that's a little bit of how we live around here. My mom, dad, Aunt Bee, Uncle Hobart, some friends, and of course, my wonderful sister, Ramona. I'm almost a teenager. I know I'll leave here someday and go off to college, Los Angeles or Paris or someplace. Times change, people change, and everyone grows older, but click-a-tap seems to go on forever. There's new streetlights sometimes, and the headlines on the newspapers that land on the people's doorsteps always change, but the street stays the same. Let me tell you something interesting. People live here, and sometimes they're happy and sometimes sad, with all their small everyday adventures, and their life goes on in a sort of miraculous way. You know, in the autumn, Klickitat Street is covered with leaves. It's beautiful. You should see it. I think it might be the most beautiful street in the entire world. I've got to get to school now. Bye, Ramona. Bye, Hallie. Have a great first day. Bye, everyone.
Do we now get to go to the school and tease the 3rd graders?
Fine.
Yay! Bye!
Bye, everybody.